We are going to look at the Matsya Avatar, the Lord's fish incarnation. He is much more stronger in the way that we want to understand. Not necessarily he is indestructible, because he is beyond the creation, sustenance and destruction, for which he is responsible, but he is not inside the whole process. By persons seeking moksha or liberation. Marg is also a word referring to a particular way, a path. Even roads could be referred to as marg, or location. Just imagine the Varaha Avatar or many other situations when the land was lifted up, the earth, parts of the earth was lifted. It's a small, tiny fish that ends up in his hands. Of course, he first of all Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting vlog number 38 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a painting that follows the principle of calligram or micrography to paint the 1000 names of Sri Vishnu. While the painting is going on, I am also trying to understand the deeper meanings lying within these names with the help of scriptures from Sanatana Dharma. The learnings from this whole experience is what I'm trying to share with you on the weekly vlogs. In a typical vlog, you might see that I'm discussing 10 names and also taking tangential perspectives with the help of some of the scriptures from Sanatana Dharma. We have already covered names up to 360 in the previous videos. If you haven't checked that out, I would definitely urge you to go and have a look at that first and come back, because even though we are discussing 10 names at a time, you will frequently see me taking references from the previous videos. Just that there are so much of interconnection that you can find, one can find easily with these names, and it helps you understand better and enjoy more of these storylines from Sanatana Dharma as well. So in this particular video, we are going to cover names starting with 361 moving on up to 370. And along with that, today we are going to look at the Matsya Avatar, the Lord's fish incarnation, or we might also call it the Noah's Ark of Sanatana Dharma. Let's take a look at that. Without much ado, let's get started with the 10 names and the meanings first, starting with 361, which is Om Lakshmi Vate Namaha, one whose chest Goddess Lakshmi is residing. Lakshmi refers to Goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi Vate here is referring to one whose chest Goddess Lakshmi is residing. 362nd name is Om Samitinjayaya Namaha, refers to one who is victorious in Samiti or war. Jayam refers to being victorious. 363rd name is Om Vikshasaraya Namaha. Vikshasaraya Namaha. This is one who is without kshara or destruction. He is indestructible. Is that meaning that he is much more stronger in the way that we want to understand? Not necessarily. He is indestructible because he is beyond the creation, sustenance and destruction, for which he is responsible, but he is not inside the whole process. 364th name is Om Rohitaya Namaha. This refers to one who assumed the form of a kind of fish called Rohita. And this is where the story of the fish incarnation, Matsya Avatar, is going to come up in a short while from now. But we will move on to the next name, that is 365th name, Om Margaya Namaha, one who is sought after by persons seeking moksha or liberation. Marg is also a word referring to a particular way, a path. Even roads could be referred to as marg, or locations leading to somewhere referred to as marg. Margaya Namaha points to the way, the path, that itself is him, because he is the path for those seeking moksha or liberation. The 366th name is Om Hetave Namaha, refers to one who is both instrumental and material cause of universe. Instrumental and material cause of the universe. This is a very tricky name. Instrumental. Why is he instrumental? Because he is the one that he is initiating, that is initiating everything. And material cause, everything that we see in the material forms for our eyes as happenings, he is behind both. Om Damodaraya Namaha is the 367th name, one who has very benevolent mind because of the disciplines such as self-control. Remember, we talked about one without destruction, the ability as one who is being instrumental or material is not just coming from power per se. Power is to be understood as a root, as rooted from discipline, knowledge, wisdom. Power is not to be understood as this physical power, not to be understood as this physical power that people use or misuse, abuse at times. So this is coming out from the discipline such as self-control and much more. 368th name is Om Sahaya Namaha, refers to one who subordinates everything. You will see that different entities such as Rishi Munis or sages, celestial bodies are also taking some responsibility and moving, being the catalyst to certain actions and reactions, and that is this subordination principle that's coming out of his creation. 369th name is Om Mahidharaya Namaha. This refers to one who props up the earth in the form of a mountain. This propping up of earth has different meanings at different points in time. There is no particular definition given in this context, but I could just imagine the Varaha Avatar or many other situations when the land was lifted up, the earth, parts of the earth was lifted up. So it could mean that, but if you have another definition or understanding, if you know more, please do share your thoughts in the comments. So Mahidharaya Namaha refers to one who props up the earth in the form of a mountain. 378th name is Om Mahabhagaya Namaha, refers to one who he who that is taking a body by his own will enjoys the supreme felicities. I think a very simple example I would say is the incarnation of baby Krishna. He is taking the form of this baby by his own will, and he is enjoying the way he is being treated by the gopikas and his mother and such. That will be a beautiful imagination that will come. I think that's coming right through when I'm reading this meaning. He who taking a body by his own will enjoys the supreme felicities. With that, we come to an end to the 10 names and their meanings. Let's move on to the fish avatar or Matsya avatar of Lord Vishnu. This is covered in great detail in Shrimad Bhagavadam Canto 8, is a canto that talks about the withdrawal of cosmic creations, and the entire chapter, almost 61 verses of the chapter 24, I will cover as much as possible of this story in a short form for you here in this video. So here it goes, the canto number 8, chapter 24, that is Matsya Avatar, The story starts with King Satyavratā, who is an person that is very religious, very much, dutiful, responsible towards his subjects and also towards the Lord God. And he performs his austerities or daily oblations, offerings on a regular basis using water in the banks of the river Kritamala. And one fine day, when he was doing such an offering, when you are taking the water from the same, space and offering it, you are moving the hand in this direction. Yeah. When he was collecting the water and doing this, there is a small, tiny fish that ends up in his hands. Of course, he first of all misunderstands that, okay, accidentally he might have picked up, put it back into the water, but he sees that the same fish is reappearing again and again in his hands. So it's much more than a coincidence, and now he also listens to the voice of this small tiny fish requesting him to save. So he tries to find, okay, what's there in his own hand. He has a water jug though nearby, so he puts the fish in this water jug in the view of saving him. But what happens while he's taking the water jug along his way after his oblations or his daily prayer duties are over, he sees that the fish has grown slightly bigger. He transfers it into a pot. It grows into a certain level that the pot itself is about to break. So he now ends up, finding a pool, and then he says that, okay, he sees that the fish is now growing even faster. Then it needs a lake possibly, and finally it reaches a stage where lake itself is incompatible. So we have to move to the ocean. The growth happens within a minute, within minutes. So it's, from the tiny little fish that came into his hand, within hours he can see that it's grown into a humongous, maybe in the size of a whale, that needs only an ocean to survive, thrive. Now he understands that there is a game that is being played, and he is in a way a material instrument in the hands of Lord Vishnu. He understands what exactly is going on, and he also understands that there is a communication happening between the fish and him. So he now asks, I know who you are, so what exactly is this deal? Why are you doing this to me? What is the reason behind it? Can you now really open up and tell me why you are doing this? So now Lord Vishnu, in this Matsya avatar, the fish, the great grand fish form, gives him the most important detail as to why he ended up in the hands of King Satyavratā. On the 7th day from today, all three worlds, that is the Bhuvaha and Suvaha, the earth and the ethereal elements, everything, all three worlds are going to merge into water. 7 days, and everything will vanish. So it's the time for dissolution, or maybe time for something new to regenerate. But at the same time, there is something that's going to happen. A large boat will appear, and King Satyavratā has been given this duty to collect all types of herbs, seeds, living beings, load it onto the boat and protect it while the pralayā, or this cosmic dissolution, is happening, so that when the dissolution is final and there is time for things to settle down and start regenerating, whatever was saved inside this boat can be now let into this new world that is formed. Sounds so much similar to the Noah's Ark? Yes, the Noah's Ark idea, for some reason or the other, exists in every scripture, or almost, a lot of religions have it in different forms, and this is the form that is coming out of Sanatana Dharma. most popularly known as Hinduism. So this is exactly what is happening. He is being instructed. He follows the instructions. Who is this person here? He's not Noah. He is called King Satyavratā. Follows the instructions, and he ensures that every sample that is to be protected is protected, and ensures that the boat is sealed when this boat arrives. When the pralayā, the cosmic dissolution, happened, everything went back and forth, everything got dissolved, but this particular large boat was protected by this fish. This large fish is now the golden fish. Matsya Avatar is protecting this boat, holding on to this boat to make sure that nothing happens to this boat. Just to give you a certain number to understand how big the fish is, it had one horn, with which this boat was protected, in a way put up in a position that it's not affected by the cosmic dissolution. And the size of the horn of the fish is 8 million miles long. That's how big the fish was, or the horn of the fish itself was. So this large golden fish is a Matsya avatar that came to give the right information at the right time for some samples to be protected, so that they can regenerate after the dissolution when the next yuga starts over. That was the Matsya avatar, or the Sanatana Dharma's version of Noah's Ark, if you may say so. Please do share your thoughts on this same. This is a very common subject, I would say, from, like I said, Noah's Ark. A lot of people would have studied or read stories of. Maybe there are many other versions of this that you might know from another culture or religion. Please do share your thoughts on that. Please do share the stories as well, how similar or different it is from what is being discussed today. Until we meet in the next session, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated. Thank you. Bye-bye.